Hey class, we're back again with some more examples of how to do proportional relationships with graphs. We're on problem 3 in our notes. So I look at this situation, it says cherries cost $1.50 per pound. Complete the table and graph showing this relationship. So I look at this and I go, okay, we've got cherries and we've got money. So again, I'm going to use some highlighting things to help me think through what I'm seeing on the paper. I've got cherries in red. The pounds of cherries will be in red, and the cost of cherries will be in green. So I'm going to read it again. Cherries cost $1.50 per pound. Well, per pound is my cost, is my amount of cherries, and the cost is that $1.50. So now I have to think to myself and go, okay, well, per pound, that means I've got 1 pound. So that's going to be my unit rate. For 1 pound of cherries, I have to pay $1.50. I do have to write the 0 at the end of this because money always goes to the hundredths decimal place. So that means I do need to always have 2 spaces behind my decimal. All right, what if I bought 0 pounds of cherries? How much would I have to pay? I know you're laughing. It's 0. If I bought something and there was nothing that I bought, it's 0. Now, let's talk about our unit rate a little bit more. When I do my unit rate, that's what I'm going to times my other numbers by. Because if I look at it, I say something times 1 will get me to $1.50. Well, that has to be 150. So I'm going to times all of these by 150 to fill in my chart. All right, so let's go through and do this. So 2 times 150 gives me 3. 3 times 150 gives me $4.50. 4 times 150 gives me $6. And 5 times 150 gives me $7.50. All right, so now I'm going to think about labeling my axes. I'm remembering that if it's on the left, it's my X. If it's on the right, it's my Y. My axes, the one that's laying down is my X, and the one that's standing up is my Y. So now I just match them to make sure that they are correct, and I say this is cherries. And I have to include somewhere near the word cherries, parentheses LBS, that's the unit we'll be working in, pounds. And then over here I'm going to write cost. And of course we're going to be using dollars. So now I have the hard task of labeling my numbers on my axes. So I look at the X and I try to determine how many I have. So I'm going to count how many I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I look back over here at my column and it works to count by ones because I have 6 spaces and I have 5 digits to put in. So I'm going to do that. I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now let's look at our y-axis. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 But do I need to go all the way up to 16? No, I don't. I'm noticing that I have some whole numbers, like 0 and 3 and 6, and other numbers that have halves. So I'm wondering if I could count by 50 cents, each line being 50 cents. I also know that I can't write that small. So if I skip counted by a whole, so it would look like this. I skip 1, and then I would put a 1 down. I skip another 1, and I'd put a 2 down. Skip 3, skip 4, skip 5, skip 6, skip 7, skip 8. That worked out really well because all I had to do was get to 750. Excuse me. All right, so now I'm going to graph this. I have 0, 0. Woohoo! Graphed. Now I go over 1 and up to $1.50. So if I skip count up, here's 50 cents, here's $1, here is $1.50. All right, 2 goes to the whole number of 3, so that's easy. 3 goes up to $4.50. 4 goes up to the whole number of 6. 5 goes up to $7.50. And that is as far as we were able to calculate using our table. Sorry, my little marker went all awry. Now I have to use my line tool to make a line as straight as I possibly can. And there we go. Now I can answer some questions about this. What does the point 8, 2 represent in this text? Well, you might say 8, 2, I don't have that on here. But you have enough information to gather what this is talking about. So let's think just a little bit more. Well, 8 is in the X position, and 12 is in the Y position. So if I think back to how things were just set up on our chart, here's my X and here's my Y, I can now say, oh, 8 pounds of cherries will cost $12. So you'd have to write that out. Let's look at letter B. Put a star on the point of the grid that shows the unit rate in this situation. Write down the ordered pair that matches this unit rate. So you can see on my graph, I already have the unit rate put in. I already have a star. It's maybe a little faint on your screen, but it's there. That's at 1, 1.5. So again, when my X value is 1, my unit rate, that is my unit rate. So now we have to write down our ordered pair. Remember, ordered pair, parentheses, comma, parentheses. So it's 1, 1.50. All right, let's answer some more questions about this. Question C, if you buy 3 pounds of cherries, how much will you spend? Write your answer as an ordered pair. So look up at the chart, look down to the number 3, and look over. I see if I buy 3 pounds of cherries, I'm going to spend $4.50. All right, let's try another one. Oh, that is it for today. Have a great day.